Hey there fam, it's Matt and welcome to the very first vlog on my YouTube channel. Just wanted to give a brief introduction to the video that you're about to see. Thought I would go ahead and do that while I was out doing some exploring and driving around Utah today. So just a little bit of backstory. The cabin does belong to my sister-in-law's parents. My sister-in-law's mother actually recently inherited it from her mother. The situation is they really don't have the time or the ability to kind of fix up the cabin. You'll see in the video, it needs a little bit of work done to it. So since they don't have the time or the ability currently to fix up the cabin, but they don't want to leave it just abandoned either, what they did was they asked me to go caretake the cabin and the property for a few years. You know, I'll be in charge of fixing it up, making it look nice to the best of my ability. In turn, they'll let me stay there until I can find my own property in Alaska. So seemed like a really good deal, and I jumped at the opportunity. I've actually been looking to move back to Alaska here for the last little bit. I did work up there for 4 summers during college, driving buses for the cruise lines. I've always wanted to move back, and now I'm in an opportunity to do so. So super excited. So what they did was my sister-in-law's parents actually flew me up to the cabin a few weeks ago. Me and the dad started clearing it out, getting rid of all the stuff that had accumulated over the years in there. There's still a lot more work that needs to be done, but we did get a good start at it. Just a little bit of a background and an introduction to the footage that you're about to see. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's kick it on over to the footage from a few weeks ago. What's up fam, and welcome to the vlog. It's Matt, and I'm actually in Alaska. Finally, after waiting for so many weeks to get here. So super exciting. Came out to the cabin. We got here yesterday, so I flew into Anchorage late Monday night. We stayed in Anchorage, and then me and my sister-in-law's dad drove out here to the cabin yesterday to start looking it over, making plans and things. We're going to continue that today. I think mostly the plan this week is I'm going to be cleaning it out. There's a lot of junk and stuff in there that's left over from the family, just piled up over the years, stuff that's just needs to be cleaned out and replaced probably. Yeah, I think for this first vlog today, what I'll do is I'll give you a tour of the property and of the cabin itself, so you can kind of see what we're up against. Looking forward to spending the next few days here until I have to fly back to Utah, and then hopefully I will be back up here in a month or two permanently. Alright, so first off, let's start off outside. Got a nice big open area of the property here. This is what I had you pointed at in the last clip. You see here they got some really nice trees. There's a mountain. We're currently looking south-ish towards the road over there. Yeah, there's some trees. Sorry about the sun. There's the 2 vehicles. Currently I'm the only one here. My sister-in-law's parents will be here later today with another family members dropping them off, but got a nice big circular driveway, and then here is the cabin. So this cabin was built in 1979. Apparently the family built it themselves out of a kit. There's no foundation that I am aware of to speak of. They basically put it on pads and it's sitting on the ground, so there's definitely some work that needs to be done, but this thing's been standing since 1979, so I don't think it's going to fall down anytime soon. Over there we've got a storage shed. Let's wander over that way. Nice big open parking area here. There is a fire pit that we might have to move if we want to turn this into a parking area or a trailer area, but so anyway, here is the storage shed. That's just full of garbage that needs to be cleaned out. You can see the outhouse back there. That needs to be rebuilt probably. It's functional. Ask me how I know, but it's open and not in the greatest shape, so probably what I would want to do is close it off, put on a door, stuff like that. So there is a covered porch. I don't know if you can see it from here. That was turned into like a storage lean-to. That probably needs to be tore down and replaced back there. You can go in there, but I don't want hantavirus because it's just full of gross squirrels and other things that have been nesting in there. And then there's some storage
There's little storage rooms back there. I think it was originally intended to be like a his and hers outhouse, but they're just got shelves full of books and other garbage in there. So other than that, the property runs about, I think it's about 3 acres, 2.5 maybe. Most of it runs up that hill. Apparently there's another flat spot up there at the top of the hill that may be suitable for another like smaller building. So we'll see what the sister-in-law's parents think about that. But they've got a lot of plans for this place. It does have a metal roof. It's not in the greatest shape, so it's likely that the whole cabin's gonna need a new roof. When we go inside, you'll be able to see where it's been leaking and staining the insulation and stuff. But yeah, that's the outside of the cabin. Now we're gonna go in for the inside tour. All right, so this is the front of the cabin. We got these sliding doors here. This isn't the main entrance. The main entrance is actually over here on the side, inside of this little lean-to thing. I'm not gonna go in that way. Maybe I'll walk over there and show you the actual entrance here. My sister-in-law's brother and his church group came and cut down a bunch of these dead beetle kill spruce that are around here. Sorry about the gunshots. There's a city gun range not too far away. But yeah, so they came up here and they cut down a bunch of these dead spruce and prepared a bunch of firewood, so that was nice. So this is the actual main entrance of the cabin. Nice wide door in this lean-to. This lean-to needs to be cleaned out, and that door needs a little bit of fixing, but yeah, this is the actual main entrance. When I saw this on photos, I was wondering what this was, but it's the main entrance of the cabin. But now let's just go in the front door, because it's a lot easier to go in this sliding door once you've unlocked it. Okay, we're at the sliding door. Everybody wave to the GoPro. I'm gonna slide in here, and it is, despite being cleaned out by the family and the brother that came up here, there's still quite a bit of stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out. So this is the entrance. You can see we've got a Starlink there. It's not currently out because I don't really need it today, so we just left it inside. But yeah, this is the main room. See here, there's an old wood stove that goes out the front of the roof of the front part of the cabin here. That's likely going to need to be replaced. If I stand underneath the stove and look straight up, you can see daylight out the chimney there, and if you look closely enough, you can see where it's been leaking and destroyed the insulation around that stove pipe adapter insulator thing. So that's gonna all need to be replaced. Got a couple couches. Here's a bunk bed. That's where I slept last night, on an air mattress on that bottom bunk. Plenty comfortable enough. My 4 summers I lived up here in Alaska, I slept on an air mattress all summer long when I was in town, so sleeping on an air mattress doesn't bother me all that much. But let me scoot back over here in the corner so you can get another good look of the main room here. These ceilings are really, really tall. It's a pretty tall roof, so this is all gonna have to be replaced at some point when the cabin gets a whole new roof and roof decking and everything, because it's been leaking over the years. If you look closely enough at the insulation, hopefully you can see what I'm talking about there. But so we'll go back here, and this is the little kitchen area. You can see where I was working for a bit this morning at the desk there. Yeah, we already started cleaning some stuff out. We cleaned a bunch of stuff off of that shelf. There used to be a refrigerator here, but some of the family decided they needed it, so we bought this little dorm fridge to bring in here for now. There's an electric range and oven that does work. And there's a sink back there, just drains into a bucket, so you need to bring your own water. There's no water here. Here's a second cooking wood stove. We also don't know the condition of this stove. We need to be able to get up on the roof and check the chimneys and make sure that they're cleaned out of creosote and stuff, that we're not going to have a chimney fire and burn the house down when we try and light a fire in the stove. So no fires for now until we can get up on the roof. Now over here, I'm going to squeeze by all this stuff, is what I think was just used as a little storage area. There is a dryer here. I don't know if it works or not, but it's obviously not vented outside. I think they were venting it into that garbage bag. Not the safest thing, but there is a clothes dryer here, which was interesting. So just more storage. There's the stairs. The stairs up. That freezer that's in that box over there, we're probably going to put under the stairs over there. But most of this is going to get cleaned out probably. Now I'm not going to open this door because I don't want to let the critters in, but that's the door that leads out to that covered porch that's kind of falling apart. We did go out there yesterday, and it's just nasty. That whole thing needs to be ripped out and torn down probably. It's been exposed to the weather and the critters, and it's full of junk. There's a couple chainsaws and some tools out there, but mostly it's the floor is collapsed. There's mold. It's just pretty gross. So I'm not going to go out there again without a mask or something. So you can see these are the 2 mattresses that were on that bunk bed, and I just tossed them over here because I needed to steal more slats from that top bunk to put on the bottom so that it would support my air mattress properly. But that's where I slept last night. It's comfortable enough. Got down to in the 40s here. There's a thermostat or a thermometer here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. There's one upstairs. We'll look at the one upstairs. But this is a cool thing. This is an actual brown bear that was shot by my sister-in-law's dad. That is supposedly staying here at the cabin. So that was a big boy, that brown bear. All right, let's go up the stairs. Now there's no real lighting up here. There's one spotlight that I'm going to turn on, but if you can't see, apologize. It is a little dark up here. But so this is the loft. All we got up here is some mattresses that are going away, some red carpet that we're going to tear out most likely. And then there is a little closet thing back over there that's open. What does the temperature say it is in the cabin? It is 50 degrees, 49 degrees in the cabin this morning. So, oops, sorry about the glare from the light. There's no heat source in the cabin currently other than those 2 wood stoves. So we're not entirely sure yet what we're going to do about that. I think if I do end up living here this winter, I'm just going to bring an electric oil-filled radiator to use as heat because we do have electricity here, and then I'll be able to run that off a generator in case there's power problems. But yeah, that's the cabin. I think the bones are good. There's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done. Let's look outside the view here again. There would be such a great view of the mountain there if we could get rid of some of these trees, and that's something I think that they are going to do. Some of these trees are just too close to the cabin. So this one on the corner here that you can just see, definitely need to go. And there's a few in the back as well. But I think if they cleared out some of those trees, you would have such a great view of that mountain right there. Just sitting on the front porch area. Maybe we could build a deck off the front here. But yeah, I think this place has a lot of potential. So, waiting for my sister-in-law's parents to get here. We're going to do some discussing about the cabin, and then I'm going to start cleaning it out. Right, it's been a few hours since the last clip. I got a little bit done here. My sister-in-law's parents have come and gone. The mom had to catch a flight home today, so they had to drive out to Anchorage so that she could get her flight, and then her dad will be back here tomorrow to start helping me clear out the rest of this cabin. But got a little bit of work done. Let me show you what that is. All right, so starting here at the entranceway, you can see I've cleaned up a little bit. Moved that TV and that stand. I've thrown away most of the carpet that was in here in the entryway. And then some more carpet that was back over there. Did a ton of sweeping. There was years and years and years of dust and grime in here. And yeah, so I did a ton of sweeping. I've got almost the whole living area swept out now. You can see I've still got that pile of dirt to clean up. There's probably, I've made about a dozen of those piles in various places here in the front room. So
yeah, I just did a bunch of sweeping. The front of the cabin, I did broom off what I could reach. So basically all the way up to the log that's just above the door. I could probably reach that to broom it off again, but I did do that on the outside, and it looks a heck of a lot better than it did before. So I think this is all the progress that I'm going to get done today. My sister-in-law's dad is going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to try and hopefully clear out the mattresses, the couches, all the mattresses that are up in the loft, and all this red carpet hopefully is going to be leaving here in the next couple of days. So I'm going to be here until Saturday. Today is Wednesday, so I got two and a half days or so to just clean everything out of here and get it ready to start repairs. All right, it is now the third day that I have been working here at the cabin. Just a little update from today. Might not be super apparent, but the cabin is a lot cleaner than it was. Basically all I've been doing for the last couple of days is sweeping and gathering and piling and looking through stuff. So my sister-in-law's dad is back today, so tomorrow we're gonna hit the cabin hard on the inside here and finish getting rid of all of the rest of the junk and some of the large furniture if we can. We're gonna hit that hard tomorrow. We've got tomorrow, which is Friday, and then about half of Saturday probably. I do have to fly back to Utah late Saturday, so we got about a half day of work on Saturday before I gotta pack up and get ready and head back to Anchorage, which is a couple hours away from here. So let me flip the camera around and I will give you a tour of what I've accomplished in the last couple days. All right, starting here in the main room, you can see that I've cleaned up around the stove, all that garbage that was here, that fence. I've done a ton of sweeping. The mattresses are gone, but our goal is to get rid of all the rest of the junk that's on, at least on the bookshelves. Yeah, I made a little bit of progress. Today I was working on the front room, and then I started here on the kitchen and was just kind of going through things and finding a lot of cool, interesting things in the cabin. One thing that I found interesting and that I'm going to try and keep is this old oil lantern here. Anyway, that's the progress that we've made. Hopefully tomorrow we'll make a lot more progress now that we've got a truck that we can use to haul stuff to the dump. So I'll check back in with you tomorrow. All right. Good morning, fam. It is it my 6th day? Friday. Yeah, 6th day in Alaska. Unfortunately, it's my last day for this trip. Got a lot of work done over this week. Me and my sister-in-law's dad, Wynn, spent most of the day yesterday just hauling stuff and cleaning up garbage, and we made, I think, 5 trips to the dump transfer station just with all the junk that was in here. We weren't able to get everything because the transfer station, they don't take big items like furniture and appliance and things, so those will have to go to the main dump in Soldotna on my next trip when I get up here in August. Anyway, I'll give you a quick little update of what the cabin looks like now that we got it all cleaned out. Wynn has left for the day. I'm going to be meeting him in Chugiak later at his son's house so he can take me to the airport tonight for my flight, which is at like almost 11 p.m. So I got a red eye back to Utah. It's just me here for the rest of the day, and I'm going to spend the day just sweeping and vacuuming and tidying the place up before I head home. So let's have a look around and see what we got done yesterday. All right, like the other little tours, I'm going to start off over here at the front door. Not much that you can see from this angle, but if you notice, we have taken down most everything that was hanging on the walls. Let's head on back here to the kitchen area. You can see we cleaned out the kitchen. We went through every one of these cupboards and cleaned them all out of all the food, and we went through all the dishes. Those dishes that are currently up there are ones we decided to keep here for now. We're keeping all the cast iron because you can save and reuse cast iron. I don't think it's good to just throw that stuff out, even if we can just give it away. But we found some useful dishes there. Some of those may end up still going. We kept a few cups and a couple of things, but man, there was just so much stuff in all of these cupboards back here. I mean, that was full of dishes, that was full of old cleaning supplies that looked like they'd all been diluted with a bunch of water at some point. That cupboard back there was just full of food. I think we found almost a dozen boxes of mac and cheese from the 70s, just boxes and boxes of cornmeal and corn muffin mix, a lot of corn stuff in there. But yeah, just full of just grossness. So we cleaned all that out. We cleaned off all these shelves back here. Sorry for the bright light there, but there's no other lighting back here. But we cleaned off all these shelves. This thing was a storage bench, and it was full of just old, moldy, moldering, gross smelling fabric and sewing supplies and things. So all of that went to the dump. You can see down in there, it still doesn't look super pretty. Dresser over there was also full of like sewing supplies and things. This little cabinet had some food in it. This dryer I'm actually going to push over here to block this this door into the gross old workshop, so that the door doesn't come open and critters don't get in here, because that's just wide open to the world out there. But so we also cleaned out all of this. So you can see there's no more books. Cleaned out all the dressers, all of the shelving, everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it took me and Win all day to do all this cleaning and gathering and sorting and getting rid of. But the cabin already feels way cleaner, and it even smells a lot better. It doesn't smell nearly as musty in here now that we got rid of those books. So yeah, that's pretty much what Win and I got done the last couple of days. So like I said, my job for the rest of the day here is I'm just going to be hanging out this afternoon until I drive back to Anchorage, Chugiak area to meet Win so we can take him to the airport tonight. My job is going to be to finish sweeping, finish vacuuming, just tidying up around here, and then I'm just going to hang out, enjoy my last afternoon in Alaska for this trip until I hopefully can get back here in August. Look guys, I just wanted to show you something that I haven't seen, and I just couldn't get the camera out fast enough. But and it has been rainy and dreary and gross the whole week here, but today we finally got a little bit of sun. Oh, the sunshine feels so good. One thing about the cabin is because there's no heat in there, and it's been cold and it hasn't really heated up since maybe last summer. It's quite chilly inside the cabin. It's much colder in there than it is out here, actually. It's quite nice here, but that cabin is holding in the chill just because the logs and the floor and everything hasn't been warmed up in who knows how long. So it's just it's insulating in the chill rather than insulating in any warmth. So been coming out here whenever there's a little bit of sun just because it's so nice. All right, fam, I think that's going to do it for all the sweeping and vacuuming inside the cabin. Yeah, it's a little bit more work than it seems just to sweep and vacuum, but there was a lot of dirt and stuff in this cabin. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish packing up my stuff. I'm going to go load it in the Suburban outside and then just hang out for another hour or so before I got to run into town and take a shower. Before I drive back to Anchorage and catch my flight later tonight. All right, fam, that's it. I've got everything closed up, everything taken out to the Suburban. Just doing one final wander around to make sure I didn't miss anything, turning off all the lights and things. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take my shower that I've been waiting all week for, and then got to make one more run to the transfer station for the dump, because there was a few things left over here that need to go to the dump. And then I'm gonna slowly make my way back to Anchorage. I'm probably gonna stop and see some sights along the way that I haven't seen in a while. So take you along for that if there's any clips for it. If not, then I'll see you back in Anchorage. All right, one thing I've got to do before leaving is I got to make sure and turn this squirrel deterrer on. It's super annoying and loud, so I might take a clip of it when I'm on my way out, but definitely not right here next to it because it's super annoying and loud for trying to keep the squirrels out of the house. All right, I got the squirrel deterror turned on. We'll see if this microphone can pick it up, but it is super annoying and loud. And hopefully we'll keep the squirrels out of there. All right, fam, I am freshly showered, just pulled up here at the dump, and we're gonna toss a few things in that we're gonna be beating feet for Anchorage, so. All right, you can see here, just got a bunch of dumpsters. They're all bear-proof. Some folks left some stuff on the side like they're not supposed to, so I hope the dumpsters aren't too full. Just have a couple of things to throw away, these bags and this box. So let's get after it. Got this here. Let's go. That was it. That one's got plenty of space in it. I don't know why I was throwing it away in the other ones. That one over there has got plenty of space in it. And that is how you do that. All right, not too bad. Should have picked that second dumpster right off the bat because it was way empty, so they must have just replaced it because it was a lot more full than that yesterday. So, all right, let's get this show on the road to Anchorage. Guys, Alaska is so pretty. Just look at it. You guys, I can't even with the views up the Seward Highway here. The Turnagain Pass. It's so pretty. You know, I used to drive through this pass several times per week. And, you know, when you do something a lot or very often, it can become, you know, you just get used to it and you don't really appreciate it. But making this drive today back towards Anchorage, I'm reminded just how gorgeous it is to drive through here up the Seward Highway. And I think I appreciate it a little bit more than maybe I did the last time I was up here. See that up there? That's why people come to Alaska. It's for views like this.
What are we?
Hey there, fam. Realized that I didn't really film an outro for the vlog, so I thought I would go ahead and film one right now. I'm currently just on a little drive up through one of the scenic byways here in Utah, the Mirror Lake Highway. Just crested the summit a bit ago. Still up around 10,000 feet or so, and as you can see, there's still a bit of snow up here. They just got the road opened up a few days ago, so thought I would come up here and take a quick drive. But just wanted to film this quick outro. Thanks for watching the vlog. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer any comments. Anything you guys want to know, just let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Just making my way back to the truck. What a gorgeous drive through here. I'm going to be heading that way towards Wyoming. All right, fam, we really will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.